Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Beta and this is The Simple Budget. Here on my channel, I show you how my family is using the zero-based budgeting method in order to get out of debt and simplify our financial life. If that sounds like content that you're interested in, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and join our little crew here. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. Well, hi everyone and happy Friday. We are another week done in December and I'm so sad about it. This whole year has moved crazy fast, but I'm just really feeling some type of way about the fact that December seems to be flying by like crazy. Anyways, today we're just gonna go ahead and do a regular old fashioned weekly check-in, which I'm really excited about. I love doing this. I used to dread doing this. I used to dread reconciling my spending. I'm the spendy one. If you happen to be new to my channel and you don't have the background on why we have the debt that we have, or just kind of how we got around to doing budgeting and stuff in general, I am a spendy spender, or a recovering spender, because I have been doing so well, almost for an entire year, actually. We were coming up on a year. Anyway, I also enjoy these videos so much because, as I've mentioned before, it's a great opportunity for us to kind of catch up with each other from the past week, get a little look into what I've been spending money on and why, and just kind of chat it out with each other. So because I know I'm going to be asked the question, the color on my nails, I was actually really excited about this one. So I've had this in my little tub of nail polish for quite some time now. I've mentioned her brand on my channel before, but her name is Kathleen Lights. She is a beauty YouTuber and she started a nail polish brand. It used to be called KL Polish. There was some kind of drama and fiasco with why she turned away from that brand, and then because I think she had some investors or something and that didn't go well, and so then she started her own brand with her own money and no investors, and now it's called Lights Lacquer. But I'm pretty sure this color, even though this color was part of KL Polish, I'm pretty sure she still has it in Lights Lacquer. If it is, I will link it below, but I was kind of wanting like a dark cherry sort of color for my nails this time, and I was like, oh, I don't really have anything like that. But then I pulled this one out and I thought it was going to be more shimmery than it is, but it really isn't. And anyway, this is the color Scorpio, like the zodiac sign. She's like super duper into the zodiac, and so she always like names things like that. I personally, don't be mad at me, I think it's a bunch of boo hockey, but I like the color nonetheless. And so I will go ahead and link it for you guys if you're interested, because my nail polish has become something of a topic of conversation over the last couple of months, especially. So I figure if you like the color and you want to know about it, I will link it for you. I don't get a commission or anything on the stuff that I'm linking for you. I just want you to be able to see and buy a thing that you like if you want to. So anyways, now that I have rambled on about that, we will go ahead and just get straight into the expense tracking. I'm going to go ahead, if I can find it. Oh, there we go. I couldn't find my budget planner that has my expense tracker in it. So, but I found it. And this, if you're interested, this is from a brand called Jumping Fox Designs. I'll go ahead and link it for you as well, just the binder itself. The stuff inside of it, the budget planner, this is all available in my Etsy shop. So I have a budget planner that is printable, and then I have a budget planner that is digital that you can put on your note, on a notes app on your tablet. This is obviously the printable version, and this will be linked below. And I'll go ahead and pop into December and go back to my expense tracking and pull out the sheet so that we can go ahead and reconcile these online or debit purchases. It's a little of both. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys into this paper so that you can see it just a little bit better, and we will go ahead and reconcile these expenses. All right, so here we go. So First up, actually, I'm going to go ahead and go over, let me grab my pen here. I'm going to go ahead and go over, if you recall from last week's weekly check-in, which I will leave up on the screen for you now. I had this purchase, which hadn't hit our bank account yet, but I went in and kind of broke it down because I knew that it was going to hit. And so it was not included in the money that I returned to the bank in last week's weekly check-in, but I did kind of gloss over it. But I figure it's a new weekly check-in, it's a new week, so let's just go ahead and go over the expense. So it was a Target purchase on December 5th for $98.95. $43 of that was groceries, and then $55.95 was household. So they were having this deal, and I can't remember if it's still going on. I don't think so by the time you guys are watching this, but it was like if you spend $50 of household products, you got a $15 gift card. And I had $50 of household products to purchase, and I knew that. So that's what I did. And so it was $55.95. I'll be returning $56 to the bank because if you happen to be new to my channel and you do not know why, we go ahead and round up to the next dollar with the exception of some circumstances here and there. And then that extra change just kind of builds as a virtual coin jar or like a little buffer or miscellaneous account or miscellaneous category in our account. And that we do kind of spend from here and there. But so that's why the $56, and that's what happens to the change. My husband is the one who tracks all of that because the man loves to be like to the exact penny. I am not the person who gets bogged down in those nitty-gritty details. I do think that you need one of each because you're a good balance for each other, but probably with budgeting, you want to be down to the cent. Although I know that some people don't get mired down in those deeps. So it really just, depends upon you what makes you feel good. And so what makes my husband feel good is being down to the exact cent. And then all the way down, because these next purchases were just kind of reconciled last week. So then what we had on December 8th was an Amazon purchase, and it was for $17.31. Wow. Anyway, what I was saying before the coughing fit hit me was, for the life of me, I cannot remember what this household purchase is. Like, I'm really trying to rack my brain here, and I cannot think of it. So we're just going to gloss on past that. But the total of the expense was $17.31, and I'll be returning $18 to the bank. I'm going to just scooch my paper up here because I want to make sure that you guys can see. Next up, I'm actually glad that I get to talk about them. So I don't even know how I found them, but years and years ago, I found this little toy store through Instagram, and they're called Shop Merci because, we try to be French here every now and then, Milo. And they are a small business. I think they're based out of Oregon somewhere. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. But I love to throw a small business, some love whenever I get an opportunity to, especially this time of year, because, I feel like, I don't know, like I feel like if a small business can do well through the Christmas season, it kind of helps carry them through the rest of the year. I don't actually know that from a business standpoint, but that's just mentally where I am. So, every Christmas because we don't really buy our kids stuff like throughout the year, but every Christmas I always try to buy a little something from them. And so this was a fun one actually, because when I went onto their website, because they popped up in my Instagram feed, and I was like, oh, that's right, I haven't purchased anything from them this Christmas. So I went onto their site and I found the cutest advent calendar for my daughter. And I already have, obviously it's December. When are you guys watching this? December 15th. So we've already got their advent calendars. They're already like digging through them. They both got Lego advent calendars, but this one was a make your own bracelet advent calendar, which I just thought was so cute. And I was like, you know what? I'm buying it for her for Christmas next year because we've already started funding for Christmas next year. And when you're budgeting for it and you've got the money there for it, why not do it? And so that's what I did. And this is another thing that I actually really like about this brand. Not only are they a small business, but they actually carry some toys from some unknown brands as well. Like they have Melissa and Doug and stuff in there, and Melissa and Doug, believe me, they're not hurting for money. But this this advent calendar. I'd never seen this one before. It was, did I tell you? My gosh, I literally, I'm blanking in my brain whether or not I told you. It's a make your own bracelet advent calendar. Did I say that? I'm going to find out when I edit, and then we'll all be laughing at me if I did. So anyway, I've never seen the brand that makes this little advent calendar. And so I was like, I'm just going to buy that for her for next year. So it is literally sitting at the top of my closet right now, waiting for next Christmas, which I just was like kind of laughing at myself, but then also like, oh my gosh, the freedom of being able to do that, because I know that we've already started budgeting for next year's Christmas. Like I was beyond excited about it. So that's what I did. But so I broke this down into two different, because it was Christmas 2023, because we got my son a little stocking stuffer from them. He's like really into like magic tricks and stuff. And they had like a little like disappearing coin box. And so I bought that for him for his stocking. And then the advent calendar for next Christmas for her. This money, the money for this year for my son's little stocking stuffer, that I am not returning to the bank, because we have all of our Christmas money in our checking account right now. So that I don't have to return. But for Christmas of 2024, it was $45, and I will have to return that money to the bank, because I mean, obviously we don't have it sitting in our checking account. We're still kind of building up for next year. So that's what happened with that one. And give them a look. I'll go ahead and link their little online shop below. They have a ton of, I think that their toys are more geared toward littles. So if you have like under 10, that's their niche target audience, at least in my opinion, like based on what they carry. But they have a ton of just really adorable things in their store. And so, they're definitely worth a look, even for last minute Christmas shopping for you now, maybe, I don't know. So anyways, next up is a PayPal purchase that I am not going to go into like particulars with, because this was me purchasing my husband Christmas presents, and because he does watch my channel, I'm not going to say specifically what it was, but the total purchase was $39.46. And I've broken this down into a couple different categories because I only had $13 left in his budget to spend for him. But as I mentioned in last week's weekly check-in, I'm not quite done shopping for him yet. And so I went outside of his budget, and I will be spending from my own personal spending for that. And again, since this was a Christmas purchase for this year and all of that money is sitting in our checking account, I don't have to pay that back, but I do have to pull from my own personal spending to reconcile this expense. It was $26.46. We pulled the 46 cents from the coin jar, and so I'm just returning $26 to the bank for that expense, for that purchase. Next up, this was a fun one. I mean, not really fun, but like fun because we've been budgeting for it for the entire year, and it finally hit. So we paid for our car registration. So it's coming from our car expenses envelope, and it was $73.75, and I'll be returning $74 to the bank. And then on this day, I was hungry at work. I forgot to bring my lunch with me. And so I went over to Shake Shack and picked up a really yummy burger, actually. And so it's going to be coming from work food for $16.97. I'm returning $17 to the bank. I know that I don't have $17 in this envelope. So what I'm going to do is just not stuff it for the rest of the month. I think like that's how it'll work itself out. But we do that sometimes. Like if we overspend, we just will not stuff it for the rest of the month to compensate for the overspending from what's actually physically in the envelope. And again, if you guys ever have any questions about this kind of stuff, just let me know. Like I know that the way that everybody does budgeting isn't going to be like exactly identical. But if you're trying to learn from me, I want to make sure that I'm not messing you up. So always ask me questions if you have them. Next up, my husband was so excited about this one, and I'm almost sad that he's not in today's video so that he could, he was just so excited. He went and got the car washed. This might not sound like a big thing for you, but like my husband is the one who, when I would be like overspending like a crazy person, he would always be worried about the budget and finances and our money and all that kind of stuff. And he would have never wanted to pay for a car wash ever, because he was just like trying to hold on to whatever pennies he could, because I was always trying to spend them. But he came back this day and he was like, and I got a fancy car wash too. So it's coming from car expenses. It was $15, and I will be returning $15 to the bank. It was just so cute to like see his face and how proud he was of the fact that he got the fancy car wash because we had the money and car expenses. Like, it was just adorable. Anyway, he's cute. What can I say? That's why I married him. This is going to be weird. We were going to have a string of Old Navy purchases, but this is not what actually happened. I made one large purchase from Old Navy, but they don't charge you until they ship the item out. And so I guess because what I ordered was coming from multiple locations, we have multiple Old Navy charges because that's just how it worked out. So they were having like a great sale, and my kids, I wanted to buy them like a little something from Old Navy to wear to the Nutcracker because we're going to be going to see that soon. So I got my son the cutest little button down that I thought was just like burgundy and white and like maybe gray. And then I bought my daughter this pretty like pink dress. My daughter is like obsessed with pink. Right now, this is like her favorite color. It was purple for a while. Now it's pink. And then when I got the products in, I also purchased some other things. Like I got my son a like wintry coat. He doesn't need like a full-on winter coat in Texas, but he grew. So he needed a coat to get him through a Texas winter. And so I purchased that for him and like just a couple other things. I still hadn't gotten him his Christmas Eve slippers. And so I purchased those too. Anyway, I'm like rambling, but when my daughter's dress and my son's shirt came in that they're going to be wearing to the Nutcracker, I didn't realize my son's shirt has some pink in it, and the pink in his shirt and the pink of my daughter's dress match almost perfectly. Like I could not get over how good of a match they were for each other. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to find I'm going to grab the shirt and the dress. Actually, should I just do it now? I'm just going to do it now. Okay, I have so many things at play here. I have to like make sure I don't burn these clothes on my candle, but I want to make sure that you guys can see. Oh gosh. Okay, here, I'm just going to like try to loop this. But this is like the wonkiest. I don't know if you can see, but this is like a pink. And I just could not get over how perfectly they matched with each other. Like, that's just crazy. That was just like too perfect. It's coming off on camera too, so that you can see, but I just was so excited when they came in and I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to match. So, and for a mom who I like to do that kind of stuff every now and then, I certainly don't like make them match for pictures or anything like that. Like I'm not that mom, but every now and then, like, especially for like a fun event like that, it's fun if it works out that way. So that was how it worked out. And I was just beyond thrilled. So anyway, all of that to say that these next few Old Navy purchases were not me just going crazy. It was just all one expense, but it came out at different times. So the first one was $8.25. I will be returning $9 to the bank. The second one, these are all coming out of our close envelope, by the way. The second one was for $23.24. I'm returning $24 to the bank. The third was $31.75, and I'm returning $32 to the bank. And I think that was all, yes. So then I think, no, we still have two more. Oh, wait, can you guys see? So then we had my like typical Target purchase for $83.43. And then 18 of it was grocery. And $65.43 was Christmas. We were just like finishing up some little odds and ends this day. My husband and I actually got to go together, so that was fun. So obviously I'm not returning the Christmas money to the bank, but I am going to return the $18 of grocery money to the bank. And then last up for the day, my son's like video game controller or something is wonky. And Nintendo was like, oh, you can just send that in to us and we'll repair it. And so my husband did, but he wanted to buy one like in the interim also, and it wasn't like really expensive. And he did that like as a treat because he and my son will play video games together every now and then. So it's coming from his spending, and it was $21.64. And so I'll be returning $22 to the bank. And that is that. That was the week. That was our week of expenses there. What I'm going to do now is zoom you guys back out. We will add all of this up so that we know how much money we're expecting to have at the end of this. And then we will get to unstuffing the cash from the envelopes. So here we go. Let's go ahead. I always zoom you guys through this. Nobody wants to watch me use a calculator. And then once I have my total at the end, we'll go ahead and write it down and start unstuffing the cash. So let's jump into adding all of this up. All right, so oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Last week we had 400 on the nose. This week we have $3.99. Let's hope and pray that it goes more smoothly than last week's weekly check-in pulling of the cash. That was so excruciatingly painful. I'm gonna go ahead and make a note here. I should expect $3.99. I do know that with work food, there might be a little bit of a discrepancy, but we'll go ahead and subtract that when we come around to it. So yeah, so $3.99 at the end. Let's just all hope and pray that we can get there uneventfully. So because I usually have a decent amount of change items in low priority sinking funds, that's what I'm going into first. And let's see. So grocery and household, no. And then down here, household, that's high priority, hers. So I'm looking at 26 from mine, hopefully. Let's see. Oh, I did. I feel some small bills. Oh, good. Okay. So, oops. I messed up my nails. 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bless all of the heavens. We did it. So this will provide us a little bit of change. So left in my envelope, I have 50, 100, 1, and 2. So 102 left in my spending, which is good to know because I'm not quite done with my husband. Excuse me. And I'm gonna have to grab my cash tray here. But in the meantime, I have 102 and I'm just gonna cross that off. Let me go ahead and my cash tray is literally sitting right next to me here. You guys are probably not, I'm just not even gonna bother about you being able to see it because like I know it's here, you know it's here, it'll be fine. Okay, and so then I know that we have a his expense also. Oh, we have work food too. So let me pop in there because I don't know how much I have in. Okay, so 4. And what do I need? I need 17. So that leaves me 13 shy, but let me go into my cash stuffing plan for the month and see what I was planning on giving it. Because I know that it was being stuffed this month. I just don't know what I have available for the rest of the month. Work food. So I've already stuffed it 5 and it was going to get 10 more. So that still leaves me $3 shy. So I just won't stuff it. Okay, let's see. So I did pull 4. So we've got that going for us. Oh, here we go. So, I need to subtract. So minus 13. My return, we've got no money left in it. I'm going to put a check mark next to it. Let's see. You know what I might do? I might pull from Dine Out the $3 just to kind of cover that because I know that we have it in here. Yeah. So then I just won't stuff it the rest of the month. I'll steal some ones from Dine Out. Which is fine. It all kind of comes out of the wash anyway. So I'm not really too worried about $3 and then I just won't stuff it again. I am going to have to remember this though, when my husband wants a balance update, what I just did. So we'll see if I remember. So, stay tuned for next week's cash stuffing video on Monday to see whether or not I remember to tell my husband that I took the $3 from Dine Out. Hopefully me talking about it this much means that I will remember to tell him that. And then we don't have a what happened to Dine Out kind of issue. So we'll see. Okay, so now we can go to my husband's to grab $22 from his envelope. There we go. And if nothing else, I'll have some change. So, but he's got plenty. So 20, he has just enough ones. So remaining now, he's got 500 in the bank, 600, 50, 65, 75. So 675 left in his spending, Mr. Moneybags. Let me go ahead and pull this off to the side here. This is going much better than last week already. So here we go. So 675, and we have reconciled that. So now we can just go ahead and pop into high priority sinking funds, because I'm confident that we'll have enough change sitting here to facilitate like this not being an absolute chaotic mess. So first up, we'll just go into grocery. So I need 43 and 18, and we all know that I don't do that kind of math. 43 plus 18. So I'm looking to pull 61 from groceries. So let's see what we've got here. So I was like, wait, I know I have 100. So fantastic. Right off the bat. So 39. Oh, I will have the change over here. So I'm going to pull the 100 and grab 10, 20, 35. 36, 37, 38, and 39. And so remaining in groceries, that was English, you're welcome. I have, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 45, 50, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 54 left over in grocery, which is very, very nice. So 54, let me just go ahead and make a note of that. 54, and then cross off these grocery expenses. I'm very proud of me, you guys, that I have all of the change that I need so far. So let's go. So next up is household. Household is also in high priority sinking funds. So we've got, let me just bust out the calculator. So 56 plus 18. And, oh, that's it. So 74 is what I am pulling from household. Let's go ahead and see here. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. So remaining in household, we have 50. That was wishful thinking. 5, 10, 15, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. 29 left in household. Let's just put that in there. All right. And I even remembered, look, watch me, 29 left in household. You all thought I was going to forget. Frankly, I thought I was going to forget. So 29, I'll put a line through there because I only update the balance once. 29 left in household. Let's go ahead and pop down. Let's see, any other high priority sinking funds? Oh yes, car expenses twice. So 74 and 15. That is 89, I think. But let's just double check because we do not want any math errors. Yep, 89. So that's going to be back in car expenses. 89. Can I do it with this? 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. Ooh, yes, I can. 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. Perfect. Let me just double check this before I go. Wow, 20, 40, 60, 70, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. Perfect. Love it. When I have change and then I don't have to do intense scientific math thinking. All right, so remaining in car expenses, we have 100, 200, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 220, which is lovely, lovely. So 220, let me find my car expenses. Here we go. This is the last one, 220. Put a check mark there and a check mark there. Oh, I'll draw a line through that too. Okay, so it looks like clothes is the only thing left in high priority sinking funds. Let me just go ahead and add these together. So it's 9 and 24 and 32. And that should be $65 from clothes. Let's see if we've got the cash to do it in here. 50. Oh, yeah. So 50, 65, right? Yes. 55, 65. Yep. So remaining in clothes, we have 100, 200, 20, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 245 remaining in clothes. Let me just write that down. 245, and I will cross these off and check all of those off. Oh, I gotta move my 100 because my 50 has to go here. Perfect, perfect. Okay, and then I think the only thing left, the only thing left is holiday sinking funds to pull for Christmas, excuse me, from next year. So Christmas next year, and what did I need to pull? Come on, where'd that go? Oh, 45. Christmas. There we go. Let's see if I have the small bills to do it. No. So I'll just put in a 50 and pull back 5. And so, excuse me, goodness, remaining in Christmas for next year, we have 50, 75, 80, 1, 2, and 3. So 83 is in Christmas. I'll put that over. Christmas 2024 here. 83. And I think that's it. So we should have $399 minus 13, which is $386. So let's just all say all of the hopes and prayers. 386, 1, 52, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 3, 10, 20, 30, 40, 55, 65, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What? How did that happen? Oh, no. Because actually it's not minus 13, it's minus 10 because I pulled the 3. Right. Oh, you guys were probably screaming at me when I did that. So actually I had 4 in work food, and then I pulled another 3 from dine out. So that means I'm only minus 7. So that means that I should have 392. How is my math so wrong? No, minus 10. Minus 10. Because I have 7 and I need 10. That's what it is. So 389. I'm just going to double check that. I'm pretty sure I said 389, but now I'm like worried. 152, 20, 40, 60, 80, 93, 10, 20, 30, 40, 55, 65, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Oh my gosh. For those of you who caught that error in the very beginning, that must have driven you absolutely insane. I cannot have a weekly check-in video that just like goes cleanly, can I? I think I'm completely incapable of it at this point, but I apologize. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy this video and you didn't like sit there having a pulmonary embolism over what just happened, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment saying hi down below. Let me know what your weekend plans are, because, you know, we are quickly approaching Christmas, and I feel like this is the time of year where everybody just really, like, people get into the Christmassy things now. So if you have plans, I want to hear about it. If not, let me know what you're up to this weekend. Curious about that too. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Would love to have you here. And I will see you guys on Monday with a regular cash stuffing, in which we hope I remember to tell my husband that I pulled $3 from dine out. So let's all see what the potential is here for that one. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day and a lovely weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Bye, everyone.